The organisation started as an information service for disabled people, and it kind of branched out into other areas. So we provide computer courses, employment advice, welfare benefit advice, wheelchair loans, radar keys, volunteering opportunities. So it's just a lot of services for, well, disabled people and people without disabilities as well. We give people opportunities that they might not get elsewhere. Like John started on reception, he's visually impaired and he's really struggled to get a job because no one will give him a chance. So I think with having that experience of being on reception, it'll increase his confidence and it'll have something to put on his CV as well. Yeah, I started as a volunteer. I had ill health when I lost my job about 4 years ago, and I started as a volunteer on 2 hours a week. I couldn't do any more because I was too tired. And then as I've got better, I increased my volunteering, and then they said, did I want to get paid? So I started getting paid to do it, which is really good because I love it. So it's been a bit of a positive thing out of a bad experience. Yeah, it gave me confidence because I was just, even though it was 2 hours a week that I started on, it just gave me confidence. It gave me a routine, and something I knew on a Monday I'd have to put my smart clothes on and get out there, and it was really hard at the beginning, but yeah, it gave me that confidence and gave me a routine.
Well, Brusheads was set up 2 years ago now, just. It's a group for people with mental health problems. We wanted to do some arts and crafts, and there was nothing available in the area that we could do, so we set up a group ourselves, and we've gone from strength to strength, really. Really pleased with the way it's gone. We've ended up, lots of members now, and if anything, we've got a little bit of a waiting list of people wanting to start. So we just meet one afternoon a week at the moment, which is enough for us because we have to, as volunteers, we have to get materials, arts materials and things like that ready for the group each week. So there's quite a lot of preparation in running the group, plus of course looking after everybody here on the day. But we have been to CVS to help us get some more volunteers who come along on the day, and they are fantastic. They help with things like making cups of tea, and we have at least 2 experienced artists like Sue here, who can give us loads of advice and things like that, and help us out when we're struggling, because I have mental health problems myself and can't always be there to do the things that need doing, so it's great to have backup from volunteers.
I was still working mainly full-time when Sharon and Jenny first set it up, and my next door neighbour, who happens to work for CVS, asked if I would come along and give them some advice as a kind of artist, craftsperson, and I thought that they were doing such an amazing job that I decided I'd volunteer. So from the September after they set up, I've been coming pretty much every week since, and it makes you feel very valuable, actually, because the ladies and gentlemen, when they come, say how much they enjoy it. They enjoy the chatting and telling us about their problems, and everybody has problems anyway, so you just talk, share, and they love what expertise I still have to offer, so it makes you feel really valued. So I think people can come along, and if they feel valued, then it does their self-confidence a lot of good. And also it's a lovely atmosphere here. It's a nice atmosphere. People are comfortable chatting, and because they enjoy it, it rewards you. And basically, that's certainly all I need.
Yes, I like art and craft, I always have done, but I've also used it as therapy for my own mental health problems. And this is the passion behind Brusheads, really, is that it's been proven that art and craft activities are therapeutic and also help to maintain mental health. They give people a sense of self-esteem, well-being. And so to see people who come along who have previously said, I can't do anything, and then see what they produce, they're really shocked. So it's very satisfying. I would recommend volunteering. You get so much from it. I mean, you don't set out with the intention of benefiting yourself, but you get an enormous amount out of it. It's the reward at seeing people, as I say, produce a nice piece of work that they didn't think they were able to. It's being part of something and seeing it grow. Yeah, I'd highly recommend volunteering.
I found out about it on like a Do It website. So because I've got an art background and I wanted to do something like to help out with things, and at the time I was studying to be a mental health nurse, so I thought it would help me, but I've actually finished that now, but I've stayed with the group because I really think it's really good to help and rewarding for everyone, and everyone knows me now, you know, so yeah.
But I think there is very much in England a volunteer culture. You either are a volunteer or you're not. So that when I heard there was going to be a clean team in Sandbach, I thought, wrongly, that it was just going out and picking up bits of litter here and there. But you could become very, very committed. I walk a lot, so walking a couple of miles carrying a bin bag is, you know, it's your enthusiasm, and you can walk fast, you get home, you feel that you've not only had a walk, but you've done something somewhere quite good, and you become very protective of the areas you regularly pick. It's my patch. And I think the pinnacle of my career recently is the fact that several of us, about 10 of us, tackled a field on Congleton Road up near Junction 17. Technically it was a private field, but a public footpath runs over it. And we picked up over 50 bags of rubbish, mattresses, duvets. A lot of it was fly tipping. And since then, we've approached the council to get in touch with the owners to clean the rubble and other things that are in there. And as I finish as chair of the clean team in June, I'm hoping that this will be, as I say, the pinnacle of my career. Yes, I think that it makes you get out and about and you meet people. Whilst you're picking litter, you'll be surprised the little bits of gossip. People come up and say, do you know? You know. Sadly, we do get one or two people as they're passing say, you shouldn't have to do that. But that's very negative. We have to be positive. And as Dick's often said in his reports to the newspapers, we have made a difference because we planted bulbs, and this woodland is going to be a triumph for the people that live locally, and I think they'll monitor it.
Well, this project is to do with making this wood more accessible to the people of Sandbach, and especially the people who live on this estate. It's owned by the local authority, hasn't had a great deal of attention, to say the very least, and has been used for really a lot of dumping. There wasn't a path through it, a proper path through it, and the U3 Environmental Action Group late last year decided to do something about it. We talked to the local authority and we started to make the path accessible to people with reasonable footwear, and it's starting to be used, and we've cut it through. We've done a lot of drainage, and the Woodland Group are very much involved as well now, and the clean team has done litter picks at either end, and it's we make it, I think people enjoy it, and you make it enjoyable, you make it fun. You know, and I think these are the two issues, that you don't force anybody to do anything, or you don't make them feel guilty if they don't do something. If people don't want to litter pick, they say they mustn't feel guilty. And you've got to make it fun. You've got to have a joke, and if you keep it at that level, this is great.
And being outside is lovely.
Yeah, so this sort of weather, and people talk and get to know each other, and you get families coming along. Mark's come along with his wife, they're both members, and they brought their new baby. Yeah. And it's great. This is it. And this is part of it. And this is sort of the social side, and it's different to the social side with your friends, but it's a sort of interaction that keeps things going.